Hi everyone, this is Denise Morrison. Long time no see. I'm a physical therapist and a health coach with Intuitively Unique Coaching. And it's been so long since I've been able to come live because life just got really hectic and crazy. And with all that's happened, and then being my birthday and the weekend, it's been a great time to slow down and allow myself to heal and really listen in to take care of my body, because as you may imagine, being a physical therapist and a health coach, I certainly need my body for my job. So it's been a bit of a weird journey, on top of everything else, as we do with chores, households, jobs, and everything coming upon us for the summer. But I am taking it slow and listening into my body. For the initial phases I was on, hey Susan, I was on some medication, as you can imagine, to decrease the pain and the inflammation and relax my muscles, which was super helpful because definitely my muscles unconsciously and consciously and physically seized up tremendously. And then the alignment was so out of whack in my neck and back, my low back, my neck, and having to do my job. It's been very interesting, slowing myself down and going back to square one so that I am cautious with where I put my posture, my spine, and all the things that I've talked to you about. So I've been my own patient, and I've used some hot packs and cold packs. I've used my TENS machine and yoga and breathing and massage. So it's been helpful to know all these things. And but I am starting back with my core for sure, because I know that building up my deep core muscles is like my own back support. It's like my internal corset just to keep everybody happy inside. And the reason why I know that was really shocked and stunned during the accident is because my muscles were weakened. And usually when you have trauma to your body, so many things occur. Hey, Jennifer, so many things occur. And I could tell that my muscles kind of turned off because they were in shock and there was swelling in my body, inflammation, tension. I was in fight or flight mode. So my muscles just, they went off. So I had to be extra careful, watch what I was doing. So I'm beginning back again with building my pelvic floor muscles and my deep core muscles and getting that strength inside there. So it's been fun really honing in on that when I'm at work and when I'm doing chores. So anyway, I'm just going to show you what I've been going back to square one with for my deep core muscles, because I know that they need to work. Because as a female, we know what can happen when our pelvic floor and our core is not working. You cough, you sneeze, you have some trouble. So anyway, let me show you from the side my two favorite ways to work my core, which you've seen me do before. So, oh my gosh, I got all the carpet fuzz. So my belly button's here. Let's bring out the belly button. And I've taught you this before. So when your gentle breathing begins, just flowing the breath in and out, and your belly button is there, the idea is that you are pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Almost think of it as my belly is drawing away from my pants. So I can draw it back up and in, and not sucking it back up and in, but drawing it back and in. So I can put my fingers here. There's a bone here that's really hard, and I can put my fingers right inside, right next to my belly button. And if I'm relaxed and breathing, when I draw my belly button back in, I can feel the tension underneath my fingertips. And I know I've gotten weak because I can barely hold it for about 3 seconds. I can reinforce that hold by drawing up and in my pelvic floor. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. Draw up and in inside, get that sensation going. And if you can maintain that, as well as drawing in the belly button towards the spine, you'll feel it engage underneath your fingertips here. It's very subtle. So let me move my shirt away a little bit. So it's flopped out purposely. Draw it in and I hold. Now I'm going to hold that there, and I'm just going to keep my fingers there to make sure that the muscle's contracting underneath my fingers. And I'm going to open and close my knees, I'm in that clam position. Let me just reassess. So the clam position, my knees are bent, my feet are stacked on top of each other. So if I look down, my heels are in line with my butt. So in the clam position, you can allow your belly to relax completely. So my belly's out. I'm breathing carefully, and now in and out through your nose or mouth is fine. And then the next time I exhale, release it all out, and then I'm going to draw my belly button in towards my spine. Let me show you again. Release it out, draw my belly button in towards my spine so I can feel it coming back and in, and I can feel the muscle contraction here and here on both sides. And then draw up and in my pelvic floor so I've got that set. So I can just do that as an exercise and hold for a count of 3 or 4 or 5 to build up, and then release, and then draw it back and in, hold 3, 1, Mississippi, 2, Mississippi, 3, Mississippi, and so on. And you can feel with your fingertips how long that contraction lasts, because when you feel the tension release underneath your fingertips, then you know you can stop, take a break, and then you can start again. So I'm not going to go through that and bore you to tears, but that whole idea of using your own fingertips to check into the muscles deep inside, drawing in your belly button towards your spine, pull in your pelvic floor, and then you can count. And you can count up to how many seconds and document. Say, okay, I've held for 5 seconds. That's all I could do right now. And repeat 10 times. See how long you go. Because you're going to get fatigued. In the beginning, it's going to be weird. I've noticed that I've been getting extra back pain because I'm working those muscles that have been injured and fatigued and stunned. So I have to take it easy. So you can practice holding, and then once you get the hang of holding the belly button in towards the spine, you can aim to bring that knee up and out like a mouth, or we call them the clams. And the idea is to be able to contract, to draw in the belly button towards the spine, the pelvic floor, and go slow enough so that you can feel that it's holding up and down. So this has been interesting for me because it doesn't last as long as it used to before I got hurt. Okay? And I'm not pushing myself. I'm going back to about 10 reps on each side. Boop. Make sure your upper body's relaxed too and your breath is flowing naturally. But this is working my booty because I know I need to keep my booty muscles strong so that my back doesn't take all the pressure in life. Boy, it's been a challenge, let me tell you, but I've been super cautious because I value being in shape and looking after my body so I can do it right. Okay, so that's the little clam there. The other thing that you can do is you go onto your back, my belly button, and as you can see, this is very simple, not a lot involved. So I'm on my back, there's my floppy belly. So from this position, inhale and exhale, I can put my fingertips right inside those frontal bones, right near my belly button, and I can feel drawing up in my pelvic floor. My belly button comes towards my spine, and I could feel the tension. If you have any trouble or any questions with this, I can send you a personal video because this is like so key as women, because when we cough, sneeze, jump, whatever, if you've had kids, this tends to be a problem, and especially if you've had an injury or an accident, this can get lost. So once again, in this position, you can practice that hold. You can practice for how many seconds you can hold it for. You can practice for repetitions, on, off, on, off. But the idea is getting reacquainted with drawing the belly button in towards the spine, or belly button comes away from the pants. And then once you know you have that contraction, I've been practicing my knee to chest, real small movements while I'm holding this muscle contraction tight, controlling my pelvis so that when I'm doing this, I'm not wiggling all over, so I know that my core muscles are protecting me, so I'm just gently walking it out, and feeling underneath my fingertips is that muscle contracting. Am I drawing in enough and control? So I'm already getting weak. I can feel my muscles relaxing and turning off, and they're getting mad at me. So I have to be extra careful. But I wanted to show you, in case you've ever had an injury or issues with your pelvic floor region, that you can do this to recuperate and reteach these muscles. It takes a while, like learning any skill, it takes a while. So then what I can do next is move on to a knee fallout. Some of you may have seen this before. So what I'm doing once again is focusing on that muscle contraction, holding here, and letting my knee gently fall out and in while I'm holding the contraction, keeping my belly button drawn in. And I am feeling this in my back muscles working hard because I am putting myself back together. So I'll definitely need some ice and some anti-inflammatory pain medicine to continue on. But I'm learning that new skill again on a different body, so to speak. So just little fallouts to the side. So it doesn't have to be a big deal. I don't even have to do sit-ups. Actually, doing sit-ups will probably aggravate me more. So I'm not really doing them because I want to get this controlled first. Okay, so you've got little knee fallouts to do. Very simple. And then the other one, my favorite, is to start keeping that butt muscle working again, drawing my belly button in towards my spine, keeping my fingers there. Pelvic floor comes in, and then I can go into a bridge and really focus on the squeezing of the butt. Take all that effort pushing through the feet, the heels, squeezing in the butt for the bridge. And when I'm making sure that my butt muscles are nice and strong, my back is not working that hard. I'm getting that support in my glutes, so when I step, walk, do chores, my butt muscles are working. You know how important they are. So just doing some bridging. So it's been fun putting those back together. And I'm doing the standard physical therapy, 10 reps, and trying for 3 sets of 10. I'm just stretching out now. The other favorite stretches just to keep my low back, that spasm that I felt, that muscle contraction, doing a lot of yoga and deep breathing in through my nose and out through my nose, just bringing my knees to chest and rocking my legs side to side. So many times when I'm working on myself or with patients, I find that you know how to treat yourself. And if you listen into the muscles, you can move your body in certain ways that will allow you to heal yourself, okay? So I'm just rocking my legs side to side, holding my knees, and that feels so good on my low back. It's like my little massage. I tried the tennis ball, and that really aggravated my back and my butt muscles. Okay, and then I like to do a lower trunk rotation. I'll move my arms out of the way, and I'm just letting my knees sway side to side. Very gentle, slow in the pace. Feels so good. Feels so good to move, and y'all know me. I love to exercise because it boosts my mood. That's my antidepressant. That's my anti-anxiety method. And it's been rough not being able to jump around and move and push myself like I was. So it's okay. I'd rather be smart and heal than rush off and injure myself worse, because I need my body. So I'm just rotating knees side to side and listening organically, which means I'm listening to my body, and when it says it's enough, it's enough. Okay? I'm guided from internally, my intuition. And then my other favorite one, I'm going to roll over onto my tummy, is to stretch out my hip flexors. So if you cannot reach your feet, you always can hold a strap. That's if I can reach my feet. So the strap can go around your foot. I can't even reach. That's bad. I don't want to get a kink in my spine. So you've got the strap or a long towel that you can hold. And if your hip flexors, your thigh is tight, you can pull on the strap to bring your heel to your butt and just listen in. Because I had some nerve aggravation, I have to take it very slowly so I'm not re-aggravating my nerves and causing any tingling. So I'm going real slow, and then I pull my heel towards my butt using the strap. The only trouble was getting the dang strap on, as you can see. And of course I'll do both sides, but I'll show you one side, closest to the camera. That feels so good. And this way, I don't have to worry about cheating. My pelvis, my tummy, my chest is supported on the ground, and just my leg is getting the ride. Okay? And you can hold it or you can pulse it. I love using the strap. I'll use it once again. And then my other favorite is just propping up onto my elbows and allowing my low back to soften, allow the vertebrae to go naturally where they're meant to go. And spend some more time breathing. So, it's been frustrating, it's been annoying, but and also I've had some crazy coughs, so I've been coughing so much, which aggravates my core, and then my belly button is like popping out. So I've always had an issue with my belly button popping out because I had a large baby many, many years ago, but I work on that as much as possible, but the coughing really aggravates your core if you're not holding your pelvic floor muscles in. So this position has been wonderful just to soften in my low back. This is the Sphinx position. Like I said, yoga, if you're a yogi and you know yoga or you practice yoga, it's so healing. Taking everything down 1,000 notches. And then my other favorite, is to come into cat and cow. So I'm supporting myself on my nice open palms. Tops of my toes are down. And I'm just weaving and rounding. And going back and forth. Tucking in, rounding, and lifting up. Oh, it feels so nice. And the most important thing to mention to everyone is that, I'll stop them for now and go on to my back. The one thing I wanted to mention is that when we're under a state of stress in any way, shape, or form, and what I learned from this is that it was, even though, I have always been under some sort of stress. There's stresses at jobs, at home, and so on and so forth. And I'm going to stretch my hamstrings out right now. But we're always kind of in a little low-level stress. It could be positive, it could be negative stress, but our bodies really feel it. And that extra cortisol that shoots out from your body, so to speak, internally, that revs us up, the reactions from the cortisol can store weight. So I've noticed with the extra stress in my life and the injuries. Sorry, someone was calling me. I forgot. Sorry. So what I was saying is, as I was stretching my leg, is that the stress, even though it could be low-level stress, it can cause that reaction where we have that extra cortisol floating around. And what happens is we get puffy, we get bloated, and that can aggravate us where we can store weight, especially around our tummies. They get puffy, they get poofy. We have that pouch, and just know that about yourself in life. If you're having any bouts of stress or anxiety, please don't beat yourself up if you have a little poochy belly, because it can be taken care of with a more gentle approach, like breathing exercises, yoga, calming down, and getting to the heart and the source of the stress so that you can relieve it, and then your body can go back to a normal state of balance, homeostasis. So just to mention, I've got my strap, my yoga strap, I've got it around my ball of my foot, and I'm stretching out my hamstrings. So I'm gently drawing up and in until the point where I can feel that muscle tension and just staying there. And I've got my other leg extended on the floor. And that feels so good, stretching out my hamstrings. So this is much safer for me because my back is supported. I'm not dealing with my weight. I'm not leaning over or straining, so I'm just stretching out here, which is fantastic. But like I said, I noticed when I was with my massage therapist that she did gentle techniques. She did myofascial release and craniosacral therapy, which is fabulous. And she used some essential oils on me to help release my body from the state of trauma and stress that it was under, and big glasses of water, taking it easy all weekend. It felt fabulous. But I'm just sharing this with you so that if you have any issues or have any stresses in your life on top of everything else and exercising, forgive yourself and give yourself a break, because stress can underlie everything and affect your digestion, your mindset, your muscle growth, and the appearance of your muscles. and give you a poochie belly, because stress knows where to hide some things. So I've just stretched my groin out. See how I pulled my leg out to the side, and now I'm going to lift the strap and go across, which is my other favorite. And my son's here because I'm going to take him to karate.
I'm skipping tonight. I'll go Thursday.
And this is, I'm stretching my IT band in the outer part. So you have to make sure that your booty stays on the ground and not lift up so far so that you can protect your back. But I'm just holding my stretches naturally. I like 20 to 30 seconds if I can hold it there, listening to my body. Anyway, so I'm going to release that now and bring my knees back into my chest and just rock side to side. And stretch all the way out. Loosen everything up. Shake it out, shake it out. Sorry. So I'm going to say thank you for joining me, and I will talk to you after, and I can read all those comments and I'll message you back. So thanks for joining me, and it's great to see you all again, and forgive me for being absent, but it's been a whirlwind time, and I've felt all out of sorts, but now I'm coming back together and ready for the summer. I have 12 more days of work because I work in the schools as a physical therapist, so I can go back to being a full-time health coach again. Woo! Okay, ladies, take care. Love you. Bye.